The moment that secret explodes, everything changes, and no one in Genoa City is ready for what's coming next. Because what's about to be revealed doesn't just shake one family, it threatens to destroy multiple lives at once. On The Young and the Restless, a dangerous chain reaction is already in motion, and at the center of it all is a truth that could tear Lily's world apart forever. Within seconds, the stakes become clear. If Holden Novak is truly the biological son of Malcolm Winters and Dr. Stephanie Simmons, then Lily isn't just caught in a scandal, she's caught in a family crisis that rewrites everything she thought she knew about her own life, and once that truth comes out, there's no going back. The week begins quietly. But that silence doesn't last. Because the return of Malcolm Winters and Dr. Stephanie Simmons isn't just for nostalgia, it's a setup for something explosive. From the moment they step back into Genoa City, there's tension in the air, conversations feel loaded. Eye contact lingers too long, and beneath every interaction, there's something unspoken, something heavy, something dangerous. And that danger has a name: Holden Novak. At first, Holden seems unaware of the storm forming around him. He moves through scenes with quiet confusion, sensing something is off, but not fully understanding what. But others know. Or at least, they suspect. And once whispers begin, they spread fast. Because if Holden is truly connected to Malcolm and Stephanie, that means Lily's entire identity shifts overnight. Suddenly the emotional weight becomes unbearable, because Lily isn't just dealing with business stress or personal conflict anymore, she's facing a reality where her family history is incomplete, possibly even built on secrets. And when that realization hits, it doesn't come gently. It hits hard. Lily's reaction is immediate and intense. There's disbelief first, then anger, then something deeper, something more painful: betrayal. Not just from others, but from the truth itself. Because how do you process something like that? How do you accept that someone you barely understand might actually be your brother? And worse, how do you trust the people who kept it hidden? While Lily struggles to process the emotional fallout, another storm is already building elsewhere. Vegas. And in Vegas, nothing stays hidden for long. Adam Newman is playing a dangerous game, one that's getting riskier by the minute. His connection with Riza Thomson is no longer just business, it's personal, and that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Because Adam isn't just crossing lines, he's erasing them. Every move he makes pulls him deeper into something he can't control, and while he believes he's staying one step ahead, the truth is far more complicated. Because someone else is watching, someone far more unpredictable: Matt Clark. And Matt isn't just watching, he's closing in. At the same time, Nick Newman is already vulnerable. His struggles are no longer hidden, the cracks are showing, and Matt sees opportunity in every weakness. This isn't just about revenge anymore, it's about control, and Matt is patient, he waits, he studies, and then, he strikes. Nick doesn't see it coming at first. He's too focused on his own internal battles, but the moment Matt steps closer, everything shifts. Because this isn't just a confrontation, it's a collision, two forces heading straight toward each other, with no way to stop the impact. And when that impact hits, it won't just affect them, it will ripple outward. Back in Genoa City, another game is unfolding, quieter but just as dangerous. Patty Williams is moving again. And when Patty starts playing games, no one is safe. Her target is clear: Jack Abbott and Diane Jenkins Abbott. She doesn't just want to interfere, she wants to destroy, and this time she's not working alone. Because Patty is evolving. She's smarter, more calculated, more patient, and she's building something behind the scenes. An alliance. The question isn't whether she'll succeed. The question is, who's helping her? There are whispers, there are possibilities. One name keeps surfacing: Audra Charles. Audra has always been unpredictable, strategic, willing to take risks others wouldn't dare. If she joins forces with Patty, that creates a combination that's almost impossible to control, but nothing is confirmed. Not yet. And that uncertainty makes it even more dangerous. Because when you don't know who's working together, you can't defend against them. As these separate storylines begin to tighten, everything starts connecting. Lily's emotional crisis. Adam's dangerous choices, Nick's vulnerability, Patty's manipulation, Matt's revenge. They're not separate stories, they're pieces of the same puzzle, and that puzzle is about to lock into place. Because the week of April 13th to 17 doesn't slow things down. It accelerates everything. Nick's situation spirals further, the pressure builds, the tension becomes unbearable, and Matt is right there, pushing, provoking, waiting for the exact moment to strike again. Meanwhile, in Vegas, the situation between Adam and Riza crosses another line. A line that can't be uncrossed. And someone notices. Chelsea Lawson. At first, it's just suspicion, then concern, then something stronger, determination. Because Chelsea isn't going to sit back and watch things fall apart. She makes a decision, a bold one, a risky one. She goes to Vegas. And that single move changes everything. Because now secrets don't stay hidden, they collide. And when they do, the fallout is immediate. Back in Genoa City, Patty's plan begins to show results. Small cracks appear between Jack and Diane. Misunderstandings. Tension. Doubt. At first it seems minor, but Patty knows exactly what she's doing. She doesn't need to break them all at once, she just needs to weaken the foundation, because once that foundation cracks, everything else falls naturally. And she's patient enough to wait. But as all of this unfolds, one question lingers. One truth remains just out of reach. And once it's revealed, nothing will ever be the same. Because the deeper this goes, the more dangerous it becomes. And just when it feels like things couldn't get any worse, they do. By the time the next wave of revelations hits, Genoa City isn't just shaken, it's on the edge of collapse. Because secrets don't stay buried forever. And when they come out, they don't just hurt. They destroy. The truth about Holden begins to surface piece by piece. Not all at once, but enough. Enough to make people question everything. Lily is already emotionally exhausted, but this pushes her further than she's ever been pushed before. Because now it's not just a possibility, it's becoming real, and reality is harder to ignore. She confronts Malcolm. Then Stephanie. The conversations are tense, emotional, raw. There are pauses, silences, moments where words fail completely, and in those moments, the truth speaks louder than anything else. Because neither Malcolm nor Stephanie can fully deny it. And that's when it hits Lily the hardest. This isn't just a rumor, it's her life. Changing, right in front of her. Meanwhile, Holden begins to realize what's happening around him, the looks, the tension, the way people speak differently when he enters a room. It's subtle, but it's enough. And once he starts asking questions, the answers come faster than anyone expects. Too fast. Because once the truth reaches him, everything shifts again. Now it's not just Lily dealing with the fallout, it's Holden too, and he's not prepared. Not for this, not for what it means. Because identity isn't just about names or biology, it's about belonging. And suddenly, Holden doesn't know where he belongs anymore. As this emotional storm unfolds, another storyline reaches its breaking point. Vegas. Chelsea arrives. And what she finds isn't what she expected. Because Adam isn't hiding anymore. Not really. The connection with Riza is visible now. Undeniable, and Chelsea sees it. That moment, that realization, it changes her. Her reaction isn't loud. It's quiet. But beneath that control there's something powerful building. Hurt. Anger. Resolve. Because Chelsea isn't going to be the one left behind. Not this time. And whatever decision she makes next, it won't be small. At the same time, Matt's plan against Nick reaches a critical stage. Nick is already struggling, already vulnerable, and Matt knows exactly how to exploit that. The confrontation comes suddenly. There's no warning, no build-up, just impact. And in that moment, everything Nick has been holding together begins to fall apart. Because this isn't just about Matt anymore, it's about everything Nick has been trying to suppress. Everything he's been avoiding, and now he can't avoid it anymore. Back in Genoa City, Patty's influence grows stronger, the cracks between Jack and Diane widen, conversations turn into arguments, trust turns into suspicion, and Patty watches it all unfold exactly as planned. But she's not alone, because behind the scenes, someone is helping her. The reveal of that alliance is subtle, but powerful, and once it becomes clear who's involved, the game changes again, because this isn't just manipulation anymore, it's strategy, coordinated, calculated, dangerous. Meanwhile, another storyline quietly begins to shift. Billy Abbott and Sally Spectra return from London. At first, their story feels lighter, hopeful, a contrast to the chaos surrounding them. Billy has made progress. His connection with Jill Abbott is healing, old wounds are beginning to close, and for a moment, it feels like things might actually work out. Sally sees it too, she feels it. And for the first time in a while, she allows herself to think about the future, a real future. With Billy, they talk, not just casually, but seriously, about what comes next. And that conversation leads somewhere unexpected. Something bigger, because when people start talking about the future, they're really talking about commitment. And commitment changes everything. As all of these storylines move forward, one relationship quietly begins to shift again. Kane Ashby and Lily Winters. The tension between them has been intense, painful, unresolved. But emotions don't just disappear, especially not love, and deep down, that love is still there. Kane feels it. Even when he tries to ignore it, even when he tries to move on. Lily's situation, her family crisis, begins to affect him. It softens him, changes his perspective, because when someone you love is hurting, it becomes harder to stay angry, harder to stay distant. And slowly, almost quietly, something begins to shift. Not a full reconciliation, not yet. But a movement. A thaw, and that thaw could lead somewhere unexpected. Because timing matters. And right now, the timing is changing. Everything is changing, all these storylines, they're no longer separate. They're colliding. Lily's truth. Holden's identity, Adam's choices. Chelsea's reaction, Nick's downfall, Matt's revenge. Patty's manipulation, Billy and Sally's future, Kane and Lily's possible reunion. It's all connected. And it's all building towards something bigger, something explosive. Because when all of these threads finally snap into place, there won't be any control left. Only consequences. And the biggest question of all still remains. When the full truth about Holden finally comes out, and every secret is exposed, who will survive the fallout, and who will lose everything?